What's up, Unstoppable Squad? Today we have another wrestling podcast for you guys. I'm Unstoppable Denominator.
I'm Pistol Pete.
I'm Vulture.
And we have all three of us again here on the podcast.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've been on here with both of you. But we're back. We got some topics for you.
How do you guys feel about the three-man band, 3MB?
Please don't ever say that.
Yeah, please don't.
I'd rather be called the Shield.
Please
personally.
don't. The 3MB sucked.
Yeah.
Please don't ever mention that again.
How do you feel about three of us together?
I like it.
It's been an interesting week of wrestling, and we got some wrestling news and some wrestling topics for you guys. Wrestling talk is Robert Stone, full first week of NXT interim GM.
So when they first announced that Ava was set to leave WWE, the first thing in my mind was who is going to take over for her. And well, I should have known they'd do this because he was Ava's assistant for a while. So basically, Shawn Michaels' input said that, hey, Robert Stone, you're the guy until we can find a general manager. Who that will be, I don't know. Maybe it'll just be Robert Stone. Wasn't sure as if that was like a very good pick or not. I gotta say, he had a good idea in his first announcement for the women's tag team #1 contender thing. I actually liked that he gave whoever got the pinfall the #1 contender for the NXT Women's Championship. I thought that was a really good idea.
Yeah.
And I guess for his first full week, we'll see how he does, but I'll give him a solid, I'd say a B+.
Yeah, I would agree.
Solid B+.
Now, who do you think is going to take over the role? Do you think Shawn's going to give it to him, or do you think Shawn's looking for someone?
I'm pretty sure Shawn's looking for someone.
I'm pretty sure Shawn Michaels will, have someone in mind.
Say if Robert Stone messes up, you're like, okay.
Yeah, yes,
Someone's
something like that.
replacing you.
But that being said, I gotta bring this up as well because it was the case with Ava. She did start off as a interim GM herself, and eventually she became full-time GM. And that could very well happen here, but I doubt they would do that twice in a row. So
you never know. It depends on how well Robert Stone
I mean, Robert Stone as a wrestler, he's kind of shit, to be honest. I viewed Robert Stone as more of a comedic act than someone I could take seriously.
Yeah.
But when he's a wrestler, but we'll see how he does. It's kind of hard for me to envision him as the permanent guy. I don't know, maybe someone like John Cena, AJ Styles or something, or even Shawn Michaels himself would probably be possible options.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
I think we reported that last week, Vulture. Carmella actually said, hello, I'm here.
Carmella Hayes?
No.
Oh, Carmella.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, that's interesting.
Maybe posted that on social media.
I did see that. So maybe they'll give it to her.
Or when we talked about it, imagine William Regal comes back.
True. I want to see William Regal back.
Well, and I don't understand why they got rid of William Regal anyway.
Well, his contract expired. That was mainly the reason. But he did sign a new contract. So I don't know what's taking them so long. Maybe he's more on the board now than in terms of as opposed to an on-screen guy. I'm sure Shawn Michaels has somebody in mind. I just don't see it being Robert Stone.
I don't see it being Robert Stone either.
Seeing where things go with actually Robert Stone, He could be the full-time, he could be short-term. He could be replaced by someone. We don't know yet. Let us know in the comments below how you guys feel about Robert Stone as an intern.
Our next topic, after 11 days as a champion, Tomasso Ciampa loses his TNT championship, losing it to Kyle Fletcher.
It seems like they're burying Tomasso Ciampa now.
I know.
The thing is, we thought it was a good idea. WWE flopped on that?
I don't know. I still think they did. Because here's the thing: Tomasso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano changed NXT. Their rivalry on NXT, like, that was the solid focus of the entire program for a solid 2 years, and it's kind of what brought them both on the map. And I am genuinely surprised that, I mean, obviously they were a tag team before then, but I'm just saying, like, it still surprises me that Tomasso Ciampa, his major runs are just in NXT, because in my opinion that's a crime. Because if they were booked like they should have been, I could have seen Tomasso Ciampa as a WWE champion. I could have seen Johnny Gargano as a WWE champion. I still think that WWE dropped the ball on Tomasso Ciampa. The main topic here is after he debuted, they immediately gave him a singles title, only to have an 11-day reign as champion.
Which is kind of bullshit.
It's like, come on, man. At least allow the guy to give. I'm not saying you have to, like, keep him around as champion, like, all year, but give him a solid run to get people excited.
That kind of sounds like Mike Santana move right there.
Yeah, but I'm not saying, like, again, I'm not saying you have to keep Tomasso Ciampa as champion, like, for a year, but have Ciampa hold the belt long enough to get people excited, because by giving him a belt and immediately taking it off of him, like, you're booking him as a joke. You're booking him as somebody you shouldn't take seriously, and I'm sorry, I have enough evidence to support that he should be taken seriously. So it's like this is a horrible move by AEW. That's my take on it. What do you guys think?
Well, Vulture, what do you think? I want you to know how you feel, because I think we kind of did talk about this last week.
Yeah.
When he won it.
Yeah, we did. Pretty sure I said this last time. I don't really watch much AEW, so it's like when I hear about, like, certain WWE superstars going over there, it's like brand news to me. Brand new. So it's like a whole. I feel bad for Tomasso Ciampa, but it's also, I don't really know who Kyle Fletcher is, or many people.
Yeah,
fair.
I don't even know who Kyle Fletcher is either.
The only things that I've seen about Kyle Fletcher is on TikTok and WWE 2K25, like the custom creations and the online matches with him, and that's really much it.
Yeah, Kyle Fletcher is, like, again, I don't watch much AEW, and I haven't, in quite some time. It's been like a solid year since I last took this brand seriously. Kyle Fletcher, I'll give it where it's due. In my opinion, he's a star, but you can't. His most famous feud was with Will Ospreay. Kyle Fletcher has talent, but, like, you just signed Tomasso Ciampa, and, like, you shouldn't, even though I like Kyle Fletcher, you shouldn't immediately book a champion to lose after they just won the title. Especially with a guy like Tomasso Ciampa, because that's a name that we were all wondering, like, where is he going to go? Is he going to go to Japan? Is he going to stay on the Indies? Is he going to go to Hollywood? Is he going to go to TNA, to Ring of Honor? Where is he going to go? And so when he went to AEW, my head was like, okay, this is a solid signing, and this gives the brand new guy to work with. I'm sure Tony Khan has a lot of things in mind with him. By giving him the TNT title and then immediately booking him to lose it in the first defense, it's like Tony Khan, he picks and chooses which guys he likes. If you are not a guy that he views in whatever way as, like, this, if you're not his flavor of the month, then it's like you're just gonna get shelved. You're just gonna get, like, stuck on the sidelines watching people just as good as you, like, steal all your spotlight that you deserve. And they're already screwing up Tomasso Ciampa already, and that's what That's what's really frustrating about this.
Here in the comments below, I wanted to say this. Okay, so you guys are not watching AEW, and why you guys report it on a podcast? It's like, okay, one, why we report this on the podcast? Because we're taking any notes from any company.
Right.
When we're like a wrestling news source people.
Right.
So whatever we see, we report it here on the podcast or wherever we can post it.
Yeah, if we see something, if we actually watch something, cool, we'll talk about what we saw. But if we didn't, we want to give our own stance on what we feel about it. Because we're dealing with WWE, AEW, New Japan, TNA, NXT, and when you stack everything up on top of each other, and there's only so much out of the day, like there's only so much time in a day, there's only so much time in a week. Sometimes we got to pick and choose what we like, what we want to consume, like all the time. And if it's not something we watch all the time, well, I kind of want to give my side in what I view the promotion as, and what I view if it was a good idea for certain superstar to go to certain brand. If we watch it, cool. If we don't, then that's fine. Just I kind of want to give my insight. So yeah, but I do see where you guys are coming from. I really do. But that's just my stance on what I was saying.
Alright, well, let us know in the comments below how you guys feel about Tomasso Ciampa losing the TNT Championship in 11 days.
Let us know in the comments below.
Do you think he's going to be able to win another title, or do you think he's going to get his title back, or what? Let us know in the comments below.
Next wrestling topic. Chelsea Green reveals she broke her ankle during her match on last week's Smackdown. She expected to be out of action for the next 3 months.
Well, that puts her out of WrestleMania. That puts her, because we're in February, WrestleMania is in April. So it's coming up really fast. but this will put Chelsea Green out of WrestleMania. And
she might be back in May or June.
Well, she could be done at the end. She could be done with her rehab at the end of April. So theoretically, February, all of March, all of April. So like either late April or early May, we could see her back. Depends on the severity, and it depends on her recovery. If she wants to come back immediately, if she wants to take time off, if stuff like that. Like all those things come together.
And
sometimes.
did you see that I sent in the group chat, or is it to you, that she was in a wheelchair and it was like Zack Ryder and her in a wheelchair?
I did not see that, but
but she was mocking Zack Ryder.
Interesting. I did not see that
when he was in a wheelchair in the storyline. When I saw that,
that seems hilarious, though. All right. So that's a blow to WrestleMania. It's also a blow to the main roster in general, because she's a really good wrestler.
And Vulture and I did mention last week that they lost the AAA Mixed Tag Team Championships because she had a replacement.
Okay.
So, and they lost the Mixed Tag Team Championships. We said that we could see a feud between Chelsea Green and Matt against her replacement and Ethan Page when she comes back. Anyways, guys, speedy recovery for Chelsea Green.
Yep. Hopefully she gets better soon.
Our next topic is, as per WT, WWE has filed to trademark Birthright. Will be the name of the new NXT faction of Lexis King, turning Stacks Lorenzo, Arianna Grace, Dempsey, Uriah, whatever his name is, Connors. Interesting choice here because they are all second generational wrestlers, but none of them use their parents' name in their in-ring name.
Interesting. So I guess what first comes to mind is I didn't realize Channing Stacks Lorenzo was a second generation athlete. I know he's engaged to Arianna Grace, whose father is Santino Marella, but I didn't know his own father was
Who is his father?
I don't know, but you said they're second generation.
Yeah, but because he's in the faction.
Yeah, but
Figure this out.
second generation wrestler is someone whose father or grandfather was a wrestler.
And whoever that Connors guy is.
Yeah, I'm not sure who that is either.
Oh, makes sense who his father is. That Connor guy. Fit Finley.
Uriah's. Oh, that's Uriah Connors' father?
Yep.
Okay, who's Stacks' father?
I'm looking right now.
Is there anything on his...
No. Engaged to Arianna Grace. Member is the D'Angelo family.
I guess technically, like, it could be Santino Marella, but I mean that's a technicality. Yeah.
All you guys are probably saying you guys should research all this before. Is like
Unstoppable. You should have researched this.
However, whoever's gonna complain, they need to shut the fuck up.
And the thing is, if you're gonna tell us
so
to
serious.
do our research, we're sorry, but we like to do this while we're on a air.
It makes it more realistic. However, whoever does everything in advance, fuck you.
And you guys should practice.
Well, I mean, no offense, but you kind of should because, like, I am genuinely confused as to who Stacks' father is.
It doesn't say, but
It literally, there's
but
So
I understand why she Arianna Grace is in there because.
there's literally
right, and Charlie Dempsey's father is William Regal, and Lexis King's father is Brian Pillman.
So I think the only reason why Stacks is in it
is because of Arianna Grace. Okay, this is technically like all second generation wrestlers is technically wrong.
And
here.
I wasn't the one who wrote this. This was
not.
I didn't write this. This was WT. Can't be blaming me for it.
Okay, but
I'm just saying, don't be mad at me.
that's fair. That's fair. You know where I'm coming from.
Yeah,
though, right.
We know. Yeah,
right?
I know.
Okay.
But they'll say, oh, he is a second generation because Santino. No, he's not.
He's not, because his father's not a wrestler.
That we know of.
That we know of.
There's no track of his father.
Maybe he is. Maybe he's just not that well known. It could also be that.
He
too.
could have been in Indies.
Yeah, true. That is true. That was a colossal train wreck, but of a topic. But like the trademark birthright, that's kind of I guess it's fitting for a faction like that. I wish the sources would have done research.
Let us know in the comments
Let us
below.
know in the comments below, I guess. Our next topic is centered around Finn Balor. On Raw, Finn Balor challenged CM Punk to a shot at the WWE World Championship. Problem is that the match between CM Punk and Roman Reigns has already been made. Finn Balor gets another shot at the WWE Championship. So, would you guys prefer a triple threat match, or if Adam Pearce would book him against Dominik Mysterio for the Intercontinental Championship?
Give the floor to Vulture to see what his thoughts are before me.
I would rather a triple threat. Because if they do a triple threat, then they'll get the ratings up more, and when they get ratings up, they get more money. The better idea is to do the triple threat.
Would you, if you were Triple H / Adam Pearce / Nick Aldis, would you book it to be Finn Balor, or would you book the Demon?
Demon.
Yeah. Because my thought is, this sounds like a good idea, okay? But I want to see a main roster title run properly with the Demon. I think this is the perfect opportunity for them to utilize a Demon King. I think that would be such a great match if it was CM Punk, Roman, and the Demon, as opposed to CM Punk, Roman, and Finn, which sounds like a good match on its own, but I think it would be more interesting to have the Demon as champion.
We reported this. Finn Balor does want the Demon back if there was right booking for it.
Yeah, this seems like the right moment because of his history with Roman Reigns. In his first, I remember in his main roster call up where they were trying to crown a new Universal Champion. And in one of the matches, the one that in the semifinals, Roman Reigns lost to Finn lost to the Demon, and Roman Reigns said to the camera and also like to And also, like, backstage, like a recap series that has a lot of respect for Finn Balor. I'm thinking that is the match to get Finn back. I think it's a great idea. I'm sure him versus Dom would be a fire match too, but the Finn Balor fan in me who has kind of had a depressing time as he's been on the main roster doing virtually nothing. So I think I would love to see the Demon versus Punk versus Roman Reigns.
Right. It would be awesome to see that too, but like we just left out Dominik since they're the Judgment Day. Remember, there's issues going around with the Judgment Day. Mm-hmm. So we could see Finn Balor versus Dominik.
Yep.
And we could probably see the Demon in him against Dom.
I think they should just go with the triple threat.
I agree.
All right. Well, let us know in the comments below where you guys think this would lead for WrestleMania.
How do you feel about Triple H's booking?
How do you feel?
It's not bad, at least in my eyes, because they usually, whenever I watch, they have some good matches that go. I'm shocked they don't really have many random cool matches like they used to back in the day. Like the whole Inferno matches or like the simple things. Mm-hmm. But besides that, I don't have any issues with it. I don't think he's doing a bad booking. It's just, I feel like people would want to see more like old school matches.
I said this in the group chat. I think as Triple H's job in the company is the chief of creative. So he's not, what isn't his job is booking the matches. They have independent story writers and story artists, and sometimes even the wrestlers themselves dictate how they want some of the matches going. I feel that, and this is just my viewpoint, I think when people look at the chief of creative, they put too much on them, and I feel like what they should do is, like, dish out some of this blame to a bunch of the actual people writing the matches, and not necessarily, because I think a lot of the stupid decisions that TKO has done, like with the price increases and with like people not showing up to the stands, and more recently, they want to change some pay-per-views. They want to change some, TKO wants to change WrestleMania because not a lot of people are showing up to the show. They notice the ticket prices going down,
Especially
and so they want to. Their strategy is, okay, let's change the card, and people will show up for better matches. I'm telling you guys, that is the wrong approach to that, because people aren't showing up for the match, for the title card being whatever it is, like Roman Reigns versus Punk. People aren't showing up, regardless of who was on the card, because the prices are too fucking high.
Talked about this.
That's not a Triple H problem. That's not Triple H's job. Is the chief of creative. Yep. It's not his job to book like certain high-profile matches. That is a TKO blame. That is whoever's writing those stories. But again, like, this is a scripted sport here, so it's kind of like 50-50. I would put Triple H's blame at like 10-15%, just only on the emphasis that his job as chief of creative. I think more of the blame should be on TKO and the WWE story writers. That's who you should be mad at, not Triple H. Because I've seen Triple H book some pretty good matches when he was in total charge of NXT.
Yes.
And I feel like if he had more power in that, a lot of things would be different. I think that's my take.
My take is if he did have that right to do what he did in NXT, he would move it up to the main roster, but I think he can't because the main roster is a whole lot different than the NXT.
Yes.
Let him use that from NXT to the main roster.
Right.
But obviously WWE, TKO, and so on have otherwise sense saying into it.
Because I see a lot of people saying, "Oh, Triple H is a terrible booker." Some things he is bad at some things, and he's good at other things, just like every other human on this planet. Like, we all have our pros and cons.
Yep.
Overall, I think Triple H is doing a very good job. It's TKO that keeps fucking it up.
Let us know in the comments below, how you guys feel about Triple H. Arianna Grace wins the TNA Knockouts Championship. Congrats, Arianna Grace, on winning the TNA Knockouts Championship. And Tino Morella was trying to knock on the door, but Daria was there, and he couldn't even talk to his daughter.
Really?
Yep.
Nice.
And she goes, "I'm above you now, too, you know."
I'm happy for Arianna Grace. I think she is underrated, and I've always thought she deserves more than what she's gotten. She's kind of one of those people for me. I feel like, and it's props to TNA for giving her this opportunity, obviously, but I wish she could be NXT Women's Champion as well, because that's where she kind of got her like platform.
Right.
But I get that her dad is in charge of TNA, so there's that. So it was kind of like easy. I say easy booking for her, but it's not really easy. It's just a way for my brain to process certain information. Her winning the TNA Knockout Championship shouldn't surprise anybody. But she still has to carve her own path. She still has to do her thing to get herself there. Her relationship with Stacks, who is a former champion in his own right. Yeah. So I think that has paid off for both of them being in TNA together and in NXT. I just wish she would have more as NXT and WWE things towards her. That's just me. What about you, Vulture? What's your thoughts?
Congrats to her. Like I said, I don't really know her. That's one of them that I don't know.
Yeah, congrats to her. Mike Jackson made history by becoming the oldest wrestler in TNA history at 76 years old.
Kind of looked familiar, too.
Yeah, like, at first I didn't really know who it was. I, like Vulture, I'm not really too familiar with him. He didn't look 76, I'll tell you that much.
He looked like in his 50s.
So he must have a good workout routine / lifestyle. He looks in better shape than some people in their 50s, let alone 70s. So I think this is tremendous for him.
Right.
But I just don't really know who he is.
And he lost, by the way.
Okay, but even still, you're 76, so...
He lost to Mance Warner.
Yeah, we were going to read that. I'm pretty... Yeah, that's our next topic, I'm pretty sure.
Well, that's with it, though.
Okay.
I meant to put them together.
Oh, this is together?
Yeah, Warner pretty much won against Mike Jackson.
So he defeated Mance Warner at No Surrender and lost? Okay. Again, I don't really know who Mance Warner is either, but... Yeah. So congrats to Mike Jackson.
Beat Stacks for TNA intercontinental title at No Surrender.
He had that briefcase and he cashed in.
Yeah, I don't know any of these.
You're good.
There's one person.
Trey Miguel. Now AEW's probably looking like, oh fuck, I fucked up.
Yeah.
The only reason why I say Trey Miguel is no longer didn't go with AEW, my friend said he looked at his older tweets and it could have been something from that.
Oh, it 100% was. And that's kind of what I was saying. And it's funny that you brought that up because we never really talked about this after we reported that Trey Miguel is. If you didn't see, I had if Trey Miguel was involved in some legal shit, then it would be reason for AEW to not want him around. I wasn't talking about older tweets because I think because this is a big pet peeve of mine, because the same thing happened to the Briscoe brothers when Jay Briscoe was still around. Basically happened was Warner Brothers Discovery completely blacklisted Mark and Jay for competing on AEW for a while because of Jay Briscoe's older tweets about homosexuality and all that stuff. To which Jay Briscoe, he apologized for it, and he did everything. This was like over a 10-year period before this. He did a lot of things that benefited that community. So the people in his local town, in his hometown and other surrounding areas, they noticed that he wasn't the same person as he was when he made that tweet. It was a whole thing, and after Jay Briscoe passed, they finally allowed Mark Briscoe to go over to AEW. So we never really got to see the Briscoe brothers, who were great, like one of the greatest tag teams I've ever seen. They were so good. For the brief period I watched them, they were so good, and
I remember watching their matches.
They had one of the greatest rivalries was them and FTR for a while. And it's just a shame what happened to Jay, because that was such a travesty. And I still am pissed at Warner Brothers Discovery for not recognizing that Jay Briscoe wasn't the same person. And I guess that's kind of what we're dealing with here with Trey Miguel. To which I think you guys are idiots. You guys are going to regret not having him there, because Trey Miguel is a heck of a wrestler. Yes. He is one of the rising stars in this business, and good for TNA for giving him another shot, because he deserves it. He's awesome, and he's going to do very good things. He's going to do great things for them, and this is going to be one that they will regret.
And the thing is, I get that why they looked at it, the tweets and stuff, but what happened to freedom of speech?
Exactly.
But apparently you can't. Wrestling companies, it might.
Well, freedom of speech doesn't necessarily escape you from consequences, but it's for consequences of what you did say. But the reason why it doesn't apply to Trey Miguel here, and the reason why it didn't apply to Jay Briscoe either, is because he's clearly changed. He's clearly not the same person now as he was when he made that tweet. So I feel like that should have been. I feel like that shouldn't have even been looked at. I'm of the mindset that AEW should have saw Trey Miguel for what he is right now, as a really, really good wrestler. And that should just eclipse everything.
Yeah.
Unless you're dealing with like a woman beater or a murderer, someone like that you obviously don't want around. Trey Miguel isn't like that. He's a good dude and he's a good wrestler. So I feel like that should have been what they looked at. But I'm just an average Joe. I'm not a billionaire. I don't control a company or whatever or like that. So I guess it doesn't matter what I say. But yeah, that's kind of what I was alluding to. But I'm happy for Trey Miguel, and shame on AEW for doing that.
Yeah. All right, let us know in the comments below how you guys feel about Trey Miguel winning the championship. And James returns at TNA No Surrender and then attacks Ash by Legends.
Elegance.
Or whatever.
Anyway.
Whatever her name is. Stupid name.
Dana Brooke. Yeah, so Mickie James, has she ever, stayed retired? I feel like that she came out of retirement again.
And she came out of retirement, I think, 3 times.
Yeah, I think this is her third.
She came out of retirement when... Probably when, no, she was TNA champion when she entered the Royal Rumble. That's right.
Yes, she was.
So she didn't stay out of retirement. That was when she was in TNA. Never mind, shut my mouth. Next person.
I just think it's funny that they attacked Ash by Elegance. To be fair, I feel like it's awesome that TNA is doing stuff with Dana Brooke. I'm not really all all that much of a fan of this character. Not her, and it's not her. It's her stupid manager that is always with him. The personal concierge. The guy's voice makes my ears bleed. It's like, can you get more annoying? So I can see in Mickie James being who she is, wrestling legend, obviously got annoyed with them running their mouths and wanted to beat some sense into all of them. So good on her. That's my thing, because I didn't watch No Surrender, so
I don't either.
Either have I, but I saw. Yeah. I actually saw that clip on Facebook, I think.
I haven't seen anything.
But yeah, congrats on Mickie James coming back out of retirement to attack Ash by all legends. Mm-hmm. So we'll see where it goes from there.
Our next topic is Frankie Kazarian. King Kaz himself, the king of TNA. He claims that he signed a new TNA deal. So I think this is great. Great for both parties. He's a good athlete. He's a pretty good wrestler. And yeah, former TNA world champion in his own right. So I think this is an easy signing for I almost said AEW. TNA. We're talking about AEW so much on this podcast that's what came to mind. But yeah, I think this is awesome. There's obviously a lot more stories to tell with Frankie Kazarian.
And he's been with the company for the longest time.
Oh yeah, yes. He's one of their most loyal people there.
Besides Moose, too.
Yeah.
Moose has been there for the longest time, too, so...
No clue who he is.
You don't watch TNA?
No.
God damn it.
How dare you?
You're fired.
Dude, the one thing that I've seen from TNA was a Bound of Glory, because one of my buddies' friend, he brought his kid there, and he got a video of Jeff Hardy doing the Swanton Bomb to the Dudley Boys, the tables. So that's the farthest that I've seen from TNA. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, it's been a very long time.
Okay.
Don't put him as in charge of TNA then.
Exactly. WWE.
WWE, you're the dude. That's your.
So whenever we come up with WWE, we'll push it over to him.
Yep.
AEW and TNA belongs to him and I then.
Well, he's gonna love the next topic then, because I believe everything else. Oh no, there's one more. There's one more in the bag that's in AEW, but yeah, most of the rest is WWE.
Let us know in the comments below how you guys feel about Frankie Kazarian signing with TNA.
Huge mistake for WWE for Judgment Day to bring back the pay-per-view called Judgment Day.
Yes, I actually wrote that because I wanted to talk about that.
Okay.
Remember Judgment Day pay-per-view?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
That could have been an own pay-per-view for the Judgment Day.
Yeah.
Yes, it could have been.
Having them in the main event.
That's kind of why I don't know if I ever discussed this here, but I know you and I have gone back and forth on it in the past. One of my biggest pet peeves in wrestling promotions is when sometimes they'll name a pay-per-view something, and then they'll scrap the pay-per-view, and then since that name is still out there, they'll just give that name to something else, and acting like the other thing never happened for it, and that's kind of what they're doing with the Judgment Day. I feel like if the Judgment Day brought back the Judgment Day pay-per-view, I feel like the name would be better. I feel like that would add more flavor to it.
The reason why I also mentioned this, wanted to put this in the notes as well, is because you had Edge, you had Damian Priest, you had Rhea Ripley. They could have made that the pay-per-view with them.
Yes.
And instead of kicking out Edge, they could have had Finn Balor with the group. That would have been an even more stronger group. Now it doesn't even look like a strong fucking group. It looks like a fucking weak link group.
It's not even the Judgment Day either. That's what annoys me about the current lineup. Is okay, you had Edge, you had Rhea Ripley, and you had Damian Priest there. Those were the founding members of the Judgment Day. So when people come in and go, I feel like in order for the stable to still have the name, like at least one person has to be in the group. But obviously but obviously you can't have Rhea Ripley with the Judgment Day anymore because of how she feels about Liv Morgan and Dom, obviously. Edge is no longer with the company. He founded the Judgment Day. And Damian Priest also doesn't like Finn Balor anymore. So right there, group should be no more.
All right.
Like, because none of the founding members are there. And I know people are going to bring up the Bullet Club. I know that. But the Bullet Club was an established brand for years. The Judgment Day just, like, in the past, I think this is their fourth or fifth year as a group.
Yeah, I think it was created in 2021 or 2020.
I think it's 2021.
Either one.
Yeah, so it's but the point is it's very recent. So if you have so many of your own group like disband, why even call them the Judgment Day? If you want them to form their own group and give their own name, sure, do that. But the name Judgment Day should be put to bed because they don't have any of the original members.
Yeah.
That's just one of my biggest pet peeves.
And the thing is, with the Judgment Day, when there was Edge, Damian Priest, and Rhea Ripley, I thought it was going to be like a great faction, and would have been like, Christian, Edge, and Garngel.
Yeah.
Garngel, whatever his name. Whatever. But yeah, I thought that would have been like that. But no, they didn't follow up like that.
Interesting.
Let us know in the comments below how you guys feel about Judgment Day, and did you guys think that WWE missed that opportunity to bring back Judgment Day pay-per-view for Judgment Day?
I do. I think that was a missed opportunity. This is you, buddy. You get to talk about your favorite wrestler again.
Kevin Owens developed an obsessive hatred for Cody Rhodes, which I agree. Sami Zayn took Cody's side. Drew McIntyre tried to screw Cody Rhodes. Sami did the right thing, but Cody took advantage. This was the moment when Sami realized that Kevin Owens was right. I agree. I'll tell you this right now. Sami should turn heel and attack Cody Rhodes and cost him the Elimination Chamber.
I'm actually for that.
Yeah.
I don't really have too much hatred for Cody like you do. But even for me, I feel like the Cody Rhodes title reign thing, I feel like you could give it to somebody else right now. So, like, Cody's had it twice in the past like year. 2 different reigns in like 1 year, I believe, in a year time. So, I mean, come on. Like, you can't have another person hold the title. We talked about Finn Balor earlier. Even Damian Priest and, like, Drew McIntyre is currently the champion. But, yeah, I can see where Kevin Owens is coming from here because Cody kind of screwed him, too, back in his story with Cody Rhodes. He kind of screwed him over by... You could have made a solid case, like, before Kevin Owens got hurt, that Kevin Owens was, like, the hottest dude in WWE. Could have made a solid case for it. Sami Zayn, right now, I feel like, will be WWE champion this year. I feel like Kevin Owens kind of got screwed because he was busting his ass for a while, and Cody just shows up, and they just... Oh, Cody Rhodes is here. It's Dusty Rhodes' kid. Dusty never got to hold the title. Dusty Rhodes, so Dusty's kid can have it now. And cool.
And it took two WrestleManias just to complete his story.
Right. And I'm like, okay, cool, but that story ended now.
It's time to move on.
It's time to, like, get a new guy there, and I hope Kevin Owens comes back.
Just to tell Sami to wake up.
Yeah. I could see a WrestleMania moment for that. Like,
yep.
Have him come back at Mania, and have Kevin Owens look to Sami like, dude, it's your time. And then, have Sami complete the heel turn there. But, like, yeah, I don't know. But as time goes, I view Cody Rhodes. I don't completely hate Cody Rhodes. I could see why you don't like him, if that makes sense, as time goes on. What about you, Vulture?
I'm on your side with that.
How do you feel about... You think Sami's going to turn heel on Cody before WrestleMania?
Yeah. because honestly, they've been friends for so long to the point where at some point they're going to end up break.
At some
they're going
point.
to end up fight.
I'll tell you this right now. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn were best friends. Why didn't Sami listen to Kevin Owens, be like, yo, you guys know each other for the longest time. You know Kevin is always right. Mm-hmm. Yes, he backstabbed you a lot of times, but he's always right about things.
Yeah, he is. And that's the thing with Kevin Owens. Like, there was a moment where even the times I hated the Kevin Owens character, there were moments where I did. The thing that I cannot call Kevin Owens is a liar. I cannot say that he didn't say anything that wasn't true or that didn't come to fruition at some point. And it's like, dude, I think he should be in charge of creative. Like, backstage storylines, because this dude's brain is cooking up some stuff.
That's what I thought about Bray Wyatt too. So Kevin Owens can't return back to the wrestling ring. There you go.
Yeah, he could make a very good story writer, because this man's brain is really. I feel like he could cook up some interesting stories. So if he can't come back, it might be a good angle for him. I definitely think Sami Zayn could turn on Cody Rhodes in the near future. And yeah, what do you guys think? Do you guys agree, disagree? Let us know in the comments below what you think about this. Final topic. Cassie Lee and Jessica McKay debuted in AEW as the Inspiration.
If you guys don't know who they are, they were in WWE as Iconics.
The Iconics are back. They're the Inspiration now, as they were in TNA. I guess they got their rights to their ring name, and yeah, now you're gonna see the former Peyton Royce and Billie Kay in AEW for the next couple years, because they signed a multi-year contract.
Yes, and I was actually sent that to our group chat earlier today.
Yep. And I wish I could say that I was more excited, because I genuinely do love these ladies. I genuinely do love I love everything about the Inspiration and what they're all about. My issue is, and it's what we said before about Tomasso Ciampa, it's Tony Khan and the way he runs this company. You're either his favorite, and his sandbox, his company runs like his own like video game. There are certain, like in WWE 2Ks, I'm sure we all have our favorite ones to play as, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of like how Tony Khan operates. He doesn't give everyone a fair shot. He gives his favorites the most of the pie, and then everyone else just fades into oblivion. I fear that we are going to see the same with them. However, Cassie Lee's husband, Sean Spears, was also in AEW. So I'm at least slightly optimistic that they are going to have time, because he knows them personally. So I hope that there's some like dynamic there, because it would be a crime not seeing them get their rightfully deserved screen time and just fade on their sidelines. I would hate to see that with the Inspiration. But honestly, that's where my mind is on AEW right now, and why I don't really take it seriously anymore. Because like, at one point, there's going to be a time where you're going to run out of matches, you're going to run out of ideas, and Tony Khan needs to find somebody, whether it be Scott D'Amore, whether it would be Shane McMahon. I know he's a former WWE guy, but he's good with storytelling. Or whether it be anybody out somewhere, they need somebody. I don't even have to know who the guy is, aside from him just being a good storyteller, because that's what AEW needs. They need somebody to write intriguing stuff, and they need to get people excited for their brand, because I genuinely want the company to succeed, because it is a necessary spot in the business. In my opinion, it's more jobs, it's more it's a place where people can go if they want to, like, get there. Everyone else gave up on them. It's a place where they can go. And, yeah, I don't really have much faith that they're going to get what they deserve out of this. It's just Tony Khan. I just don't like how he books the show.
Yeah, same.
But yeah, that's my thoughts. What are you guys?
Oh, we'll see where things go with the inspirations, but hopefully WWE. AEW, Tony Khan doesn't ruin them. If he does, then it is time to move on from Tony Khan.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, he is a fanboy to the company.
For sure. I respect it. I do. I respect Tony Khan's mindset because obviously it's any kid's dream to own a wrestling company, but you need to like give the right people the right amount of screen time. You have to have a basic understanding of how things work, and I don't think Tony Khan has that. All right, so what do you guys think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Are you excited to see the inspiration in AEW? Let us know in the comments below all of what you're thinking and any previous topic that we discussed here. We would love to hear it. Let us know in the comments.
I looked on social media while you were stalking for a minute. I looked, nothing could see.
New?
No.
All right. Okay. I guess that'll do it. So thank you so much for tuning in.
Next week, I'm going to try to see if I can snag you.
All right. I won't be here next week.
Yes, because I have to be filming with the Lewitt Rock. I guess the Lewitt Rock needs my presence at 4 p.m. So I'm going to try to snag Vulture over here in the early afternoon. You'll be at work.
I'll be at work, yeah.
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 It's going to be interesting next week. So stay tuned for more. So.
All right. I think that does it.
Anything you guys want to add before?
Nope, I'm all good.
I'm all good.
You guys watching, like, share, comment, and subscribe because all 4 things are free. I'm Unstoppable Denominator.
I'm Pete.
I'm Vulture.
And we are out.
Peace.
Hey everybody, it's your boy Skiz here. And if you don't subscribe to Buon and the Unstoppable Denominator, then you are a toothy bumfuck, pussy ass bitch motherfucker.